Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. Underground dialogue. We gon' tell the truth. We ain't scared like a lot of y'all. Matters who they are. Do we bow? No, not at all. Dropping bombs on this wicked world, so it gotta fall. From the industry to the Oval Office, we expose the darkest motives of them all and disclose what the protocol is. Thinking and moving logical, stopping every maneuver possible, and apologizing for truth is not optional. We gon' help you with what you go through, reshape and mold you, and sweep over them weak lies they told you. If you living with no clue, we gon' deprogram the old you, and you get to keep your soul too.
What up, man? It's your big brother, K.
It's your boy, Key Stove.
Y'all are tuned in again to another episode of the Underground Dialogue Podcast, where the name speaks for itself. And tonight, man, we took a little break from the legends, man, but we got another one in here tonight, man. In the legend seat, man.
Yeah.
This brother here, even though he started real young, he's over 30-year veteran in the game now, man. And and he can correct me if I'm wrong. I was doing a little research, like he might be the youngest artist to ever come out of H-Town to appear on a gold record to come out of the city of Houston, man. The rap game, man. He's been around all ever since the early days of rap a lot, doing his thing in the city of Houston, made his mark and still making his mark at an older age, but still looking like a young fella.
Yeah, brought back the old school hats.
Yeah, without a doubt. That was a thing back then.
Yeah, Brandon, man. Brandon is everything, man.
The one and only Too Low. How you feeling, family member?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. I can't complain.
Man.
Hey, Reno, man, appreciate y'all having me on, man. You know, to be around another legend and, you know, another part of the game that I didn't have to learn. Like, you know, my mentality was everything overnight.
Yeah.
So, you know, the K Renos, the flips and the Kikis and stuff, man, what I learned now is like longevity.
Yeah.
You know, keeping yourself in position, not doing the things that take you out of position, and staying relevant, man. Staying humble, staying loyal to your fan base and the people that really support you, man. And you can't lose, man. Prayed up, whatever you believe in, and, you know, just keeping your heart pure, man, and can't lose.
Man, well, we sure are honored to have you here with us, bro, because you have been a staple in the game all these years. We want to kind of go to the beginning, like, because you started so young. You know, I know, speaking for myself, I started at 13 writing. By 13, you was already on records doing your thing. What even got you into rapping in the rap game in the first place? And then how did you get into that business side like that?
Well, like, you know, like I always say, the crazy thing about it, man, is like when you start getting more like in depth with knowledge of yourself and the universe, it's like the cards already been dealt. Like it's already been written. So the reason why I started believing in that and being able to speak on that is because like rap never was my passion.
Right.
Never was a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Like I was a sports head.
Right.
Yeah.
So it would just happen to be the direction that I was in and the direction that I was taking. You know, I bumped into a member of Rap a Lot. They brought me in, and for the longest, you know, the story behind that was, you know, we was having the dealings that we was having, and, you know, R.I.P. AWOL, you know, he just brought it up to me like, man, you rap? I was like, nah.
Yeah.
But by it being an era, I guess at the time with the crisscrossers and the, you know, the youngsters and all them,
Yeah.
it was a lane. And by, you know, Jay Prince being the businessman he is and that being a lane, it was like, you know, we're going to take a shot. And, you know, so it was like, I don't rap, but the way they broke it down to me was just like, you know, just put on paper your thoughts, what you is, what you're about and everything. So as I shot it, and, you know, AWOL took the time to show me the craft and that this is bars and this is, you know, emphasis on this and this. And, you know, it's like me and a sponge and a person of knowledge. Once it locked in,
Yeah, it's gone. So, because it was always the rumor or the thought that Face discovered you.
Yeah.
Is that accurate, or they just kind of, once you kind of was brought in, the Face kind of just took
Stamped you.
How did that happen? Like that?
yeah, Face most stamped me more than anything.
Yeah.
AWOL, you know, RP AWOL
Yeah.
from the Black Monks, he the one that brought me in.
Right.
So it was like majority of my work was with AWOL, N.O. Joe, Damo, Ghetto Boys DJ,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But the studio that we was in, and it still being in the era where, you know, like Mind Playing Tricks on Me, it probably just took off. So Rap-A-Lot itself, Face and all of them was just like venturing off to a part of the industry and a part of their careers where the success was coming, but it just wasn't, you know, there yet. So it was like the pre-production studio, you know, Big Mike, you know, 3-2, RIP 3-2, RIP Bushwick, you know, this was the spot where everybody came. And me being, you know, as young as I was, involved how I was involved and being on what I was on, you know, it just, the you know, the little brother thing just picked up and gravitated toward, you know, my energy and what I was about. And from then on, you know.
Man, see, that's crazy because you, as you was saying it, and I'm flashing back. You was in an early age, just in the midst of all these legends out of the city. You naming the 3-2s and the AWOLs and the Faces and the Bushwicks and all that. Man, did you even like know? Because you said rap with your passion. When you was brought in, did you even like register that or process that? Like, man, I'm in here with all these dudes, or what was, or you weren't even tripping? Like, hey, man, I'm in here just doing my thing.
I ain't gonna say I wasn't tripping because if I was to look back at it as somebody who was passionate and wanted that,
Yeah,
and had a more, you know, fruitful mind frame and linking up with them once the success and their names was already what it was, it'd have been different.
Right.
But at that age and at that time, you know, I ain't glorifying this, I ain't bragging about this or nothing. Don't never confuse that.
Right.
But my image and the people I looked up to was like the hustlers, the dealers, the D-boys, the gangsters.
Right.
So by them still at that time not having the names and being the legends and the people that they are now, to me they were just people that was rapping.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm rapping, they rapping.
Yeah.
But
We
was
rapping.
like, we rapping.
Right.
But when I really think about it after that, it was like, because even though I was with them, like I was a fan of Spice One.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like I was a Spice One head, and it's like what he was rapping about and what he was on, it was like, you know, when I first met him and whatever, it was live, but it was like, so at the time I was too naive to even understand the position I was in and what the position I was in gonna lead up to becoming.
Right. Because you showed the confidence early on. You know, when I was first hearing the Funky Little Brother and all, I was like, man, the dude it's the confidence. It's like, so in my mind, just to hear you say I'm rapping with my passion, you know, that's surprising because you was spitting at an early age. Was you writing your stuff at an early age, or was they kind of helping you out with it? Because I mean that. You was on another level, bro.
Yeah, AWOL and them most definitely was helping me.
Yeah.
Like I say, it goes back to, you know, like every time.
Yeah.
Understand, I'm not glorifying this. I ain't bragging about this or nothing. My first approach to rap and knowing how to rap and learn how to rap was a paper and pen being put in front of me and put your thoughts, your life, what you do. But you know, just all that on paper. So the stuff I'm putting on paper is like, okay, when we reform at that, the confidence in what I'm spitting is not like you taking a kid who we trying to make fit this image.
Trying to manufacture
all of those stuff. This is really him. This is really about it. The same thing that I'm spitting is the same thing, not being in front of the microphone. If we just casually talking or whatever, you'll catch me saying.
Right.
And if you ain't one of the most strict adults trying to get on my ass or whoop me or, you know, whatever behind what I'm saying on there, it's funny in his games, and that's what it was. So.
Right.
Yeah, because I know on what's that? Bring It On.
Oh,
you stood out on that one. Yeah. So I think that's your introduction.
That was my introduction to the world. But the funny part is, it's like, okay, so like the album that I was working on at first, The Problem Child, was more of me.
Okay.
But I guess so much red tape and stuff came in the picture with that amount of like cursing and on that level to where they had to dial it down some. So when you know, the Devin and Dudes and Tim Smooths and them started incorporating like more industry friendly songs for me, I was kind of in my feelings and didn't even want to rap no more because it was like the Problem Child and what I'm on the Problem Child on, that's what I want to be.
Right.
This growing up ain't easy and these type songs is kind of like I ain't feeling that, but I mean it worked.
Well, we use that rap a lot. At your age, would you come out around the same time like the Fifth Ward Juveniles and all that?
The Fifth Ward Juveniles is on. I got a track. Like the last song on my Funky Little Brother album is like a posse track, like Bring It On.
Okay.
And they on there. So it was like I was already in the shoot, but and they was following behind. So it ain't that far apart difference, but Fifth Ward, like when you really think about rappers and kids at that age and at my age at that time, that was real, rehearsed and on it. Like even they was like better rappers, more into the rap and all that than I was, but. That's why I say the cards was just dealt and played out how they played out.
Okay. So rap a lot, real good mentors for you when you was young?
Yeah, great. Yeah. Right. But it's life is about balance.
There you go.
So, like Warren Lee is who I stayed up under.
Okay.
Cause Warren Lee gonna let me be me, do me, but like nothing too out of line.
Okay.
But like Big Chief, Bushwick, the Cornell X was staying when I was staying with Face, Cornell X was over there too. So, he was like another disciplinary, like always on me, this and this and this. So I was getting both sides of the game. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is still people we're talking about at the age where they wasn't all the way, in tune with themselves to where they are who they are today. Yeah. So they still young, they still slipping in pitfalls, but they still know right from wrong and giving it to it right and wrong. Like in my era of G's, they took the time out to tell the youngsters, right from wrong, this is what this come with, this is what this come with versus this day and age. So, I got both sides of it.
That's a good point too, because you're talking like 92.
Yeah.
So in 92, I was 22 years old. So that's young, So all the artists back in those days, even the ones on Rap A Lot who had been got their feet wet a little bit, they still was young, especially on the business side, which we'll get into. You was talking about the Problem Child album. Was that the original project you was working on when you first got on the label? Yeah. That came before working on the Funky Little Brother and all that? So what happened to where, how deep was y'all into the Problem Child album before the change took place, and why did the change took place to say, nah, we ain't gonna go that direction, after y'all was kind of already immersed in it?
Behind the scenes and the logistics of the business side and all that, I don't know, but we was deep into the Problem Child album. And then at some point, I guess, then you have to understand, Jay Prince is a real smart businessman.
Right.
So for his own ears and stuff, what they turn into him and what he listening to, he loving, and it's probably what he want, but it's like,
big picture.
The big picture.
Yeah.
So, if we want to touch this level and this scale of things, we have to dial it down and present it this way. So.
How many songs deep was y'all into before y'all pull the plug on that?
Man, I'm gonna say probably about 9.
Oh, y'all was almost home. It was almost home. yeah, no doubt about it.
It was like a boot camp. Like I lived in the studio, was working out. You know what I'm saying? Go to school, play my little football, whatever. Try to sneak off of them and get on the block and do what I do. But it was a whole lot of recording and being up under them, man.
Yeah. And this when you was at Fungin?
Fungin. Probably a little before Fun, because like I started when I about 11. I think 12 is when I did Bring It On. And 13 was Funky Little Brother. So.
That's crazy. Yeah, okay. That's insane, man.
It's something about you at Fungin, man, that you turned that city out, man. You turned that school out. And one thing we always notice, this is one thing I've always noticed, we have Flippin' here, we have Youngster here. Each time they always bring you up. What kind of bond? Can you talk about that bond y'all got? Because even when you was gone, they never not bring you up, bro.
I pretty much like when I went to Fungin Middle School. That's like when I took it the most serious. I went to middle school with Tulo, free my bro Tulo, and we used to be in class together, detention together, and just being able to still be in the mix by being around C Note and D Red, the Bonnie Boys, and DJ Screw. I was always on the scene anyway, so it was just like a no-brainer. It was like, man, I'm in these clubs and seeing somebody like Tulo and people like Chris Kraus, it kind of made me feel like, man, somebody my age doing it. Like it's possible, because at that time, everybody was like grown, that was making it in the rap game. So,
And at that time, you was about how old? Because you was young when you
yeah, it was like 14, 15.
Right.
Funky Little Brother was about 2 years younger than that?
it was going on around that time.
Yeah.
It was going on around that time.
And he went straight to the leagues. He went to Scarface.
It's a genuine bond, man. There's nothing industry about, like, because I'm real antisocial, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I got like an energy field. And I don't know if I developed it from, I like to call it a sixth sense. I don't know if I developed it from the streets, from being in jail a lot, but it's like, I can almost shake a person's hand and read their palm. And I stay in tune with it because I know, I ain't no confrontational person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I try to like vibe off energies and off the rip. If I know that you ain't my energy or what I'm rocking with, I'm gonna do what's best for me. I'm gonna get out your way because I know it's gonna come. It's pressure that's gonna come with it. Yeah. So it's like we're young. You know what I'm saying? Like even before like June 27 and all that, and with Flip and all that, it was like they all had what they had going on. And whenever we hook, it's always been a genuine bond. Cause I'm a genuine person, bro. Like I'm gonna keep my word. I ain't gonna be on no kind of messed up games, no backdoing, no, everything gonna stay official. I don't get in my feelings, I ain't emotional, man. I got a real good understanding and comprehension, man, and it's just always been real. So, that's why I say, like, you had a lot of people for whatever reasons had whatever they had with Flips and stuff. I'm like, out of all the artists and everybody, man, Flip is one of the people who I can always say, whenever I hear one of his mixtapes or whatever, he free too low. When I dropped my group, Thug Mafia, you know what I'm saying? He gave us the platform to tour with him, open up for him, everything. And that type of unity and that type of bond, I go forward.
And I think too, and I'm guessing, I think that again, you being one of the youngest, if not the youngest at that time, I feel like it probably gave a lot of those artists that Keisto mentioned that were young at the time. They looking at you like, man, he around our age group, or we could look at him and kind of like we could do this inspirational type of angle, because you was in it early. Your feet went early, bro. Yeah. And I don't think that people really grasp or understand the significance of that and your place in history because of that. Like, bro, you like a trendsetter, pioneer in terms of that, man. So that's commendable, and it's something, in my opinion, that need to be more recognized. Because tell us about how being thrusted into the industry. You say 12 years old, bro. Just being thrown. You don't know nothing. Like I said, we was in our 20s and didn't really know the game. We still learning. So what was that like for us, the business side? Did you have anybody that kind of was coming in with you, like, hey man, this my son, this my nephew, or was it just like straight from the streets?
There you go.
Throw him to the wolves.
It was straight from the streets, throw him to the wolves, but not so much as throw him to the wolves.
Yeah.
And like I say, by me being 11, 12, 13, I'm naive to the business end.
Yeah.
I just know that, Face my brother, Warren Lee, my brother, Chief, and all them around me, and the structure and everything is solid.
Yeah.
So it's like far as just going on stage, rapping, kicking it in the hotels, messing with chicks, blowing, and just being a kid and living and having fun with a support system.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, cause see, you got to think, man. You have a lot of avenues that people can take.
Yeah.
So at that age, I could have missed that lane, and even though we bang or whatever, but a gang could have ended up being the family and steering me straight wrong, and got killed or been having 60 years and all that old kind of stuff, and that way. Right. But it's like I'm with this family, and but I'm naive to like seeing myself on BET, MTV, magazines, and all that other stuff. I'm still naive to what's really going on. Yeah. So it's like after serving all them bids and all that time, coming home to the internet, reading the YouTube comments, and like me, Doughboy Sauce, he coached like a little league football team, and we were just talking the other day, and he introduced me to one of his homeboy, and he was explaining like you was like, man, it's too low, yada 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 yada, man. Like when we was young, what he was doing and how he was doing it, man, that motivated us and pumped us up to make us feel like we could be that. We could do that.
Man, I don't think nobody had a more better video. Like when we was in young, like in middle school or high school, the way you did your funky little video when you turned out fun, was that Fondren?
Nah, that was
what was it?
Fleming.
That was Fleming?
Yeah, Fleming.
You seen the video, K?
Nah.
Man, the whole
seen the
school.
video?
The whole school.
We'll put a clip up.
Man, the whole school is off the chain in that one. And I think everybody go to school would want to have a video like that, man. You can just turn out the whole school.
Yeah,
like
because you
that.
still in that peer group, man.
Yeah.
It's like I know there had to be. What was the feeling like with the reception that you received once you did pop off like that? You know,
What I'm saying, like everything that I'm looking back on now, seeing off the like, it's like, how can I explain it, man? It's like being somewhere and watching your life rewind back in time now.
Gotcha.
Because
I
being at that age and being naive to everything that was going on,
you ain't even.
it wasn't even settling in. It was nothing. It just what it was. So it's now when I look back on it, it's like
whoa.
man, because I didn't even call myself one time. I was like right before I got out, they had put tablets in the TDC.
Yeah.
And you know, we was able to buy subscriptions to the reality shows and stuff. And I was watching Growing Up Hip Hop.
Yeah.
And, you know, the little Bow Wows and them on there and stuff like, you know, the Jermaine Dupri's, Bow Wow and them having like his mama as a manager and like Lil Romeo having PS Day. You know what I'm saying? It's like the business end and the structure and the things that really matter past the fame. Like the business end and really being successful. All them things was being implemented in their lives. Where on my end, it was just more of a, but then again, I can't really say like too much of like what wouldn't have fully been implemented if, you know, the situation that took place that caused my, you know, contract disputes and all that stuff. So that also cut the career short. So
if you don't mind me asking, what is your connection like with your parents and all that? Were they around? Like how did that work out when you was getting in the music business? Because that age, it's like mama got to be if mama's present. Like how what was that? What was that about?
Sign it off.
Yeah. You know, my mama was one of the ones like, you know, she met them.
Yeah.
Like good people. Y'all say y'all got them. All right.
Gotcha.
You know, I ain't coming home crying, mama, they did it. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I come home, it's, you know, shoot a little something and, you know, everything all right, You know, so she just like, you know, my mama a G, man. You know, she one of them make the bed you lay in type. She one of them ones like, I can only tell you and teach you so much. You know, experience is gonna be your best teacher.
Wow.
So you know, and that's what life meant for me.
Yeah, no doubt. So, how many projects did you drop during your rap a lot time, and what ended up? Because you was hustling long before you got on. You was hustling at almost at a baby age, around 10, 11, 12 years old. So, was the problems in the music business that everybody go through? Was that something that kind of led you back to the streets? What led you to get incarcerated and all that, if you don't mind going to?
Well, the thing was, like, my album, I dropped one album on the Rap Lot. Really Face to Face. Face is a label.
Right.
Okay.
So, there was a manager who was kicking it around Rap Lot Studios. And by me knowing, you know, like, say for instance, I can't referee your company, Reno. So, whoever with you, by me knowing you genuine and you good people, I'm going to automatically accept them and embrace them as good, genuine people. So by him being at the studio, you know, he pulled me to the side and he was like, I'm managing Screw, Gangsta Nil. And he was like, man, I looked at your contracts and stuff, man. I feel like it's a lot more that could be done or this ain't being done or whatever. If you want me to help you, then, you know, let me know. So I ain't knowing. I'm thinking, okay, you good people, you rap like I mean, all right. So before I know it, over time, here I am, court, have to be in court this day, coming to court this day, and I'm in court with him and, you know, Big Chief and them on this side, and, you know, I'm talking to Warren in face, and they like, what's going on? I'm like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Bro, say something in my contract that he can. So that put a pause on the. But that same dude took me to Priority. Had me $1 million deal on the table. Like, Priority gave me like 20, 30 bands to guarantee that I don't go talk to nobody else. Just go look over the contracts and come back. But where the conflict of interest had wound up coming in, it is at the time Priority was trying to give me that $1 million deal. they was distributing for Rap-A-Lot.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I guess at some point in that, that caused that to halt. And that also caused the rap stuff to do whatever it did.
Yeah.
So now I ain't doing no more shows, I ain't back rapping. So eventually it's back to what I was doing before any of that.
Right. And you around what age at that time when all the smoke cleared from that? You had to still be a teenager.
I'm about 14,
Yeah.
15, because it was short lived.
Right.
So it
Right.
was like about 14, 15.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. So, and that's the thing about the business side, man. Coming to the game, not really knowing the business, and then you got thrusted kind of into that whole, I guess, legal battle. You got just kind of just pushed into that, off just taking the word and say, okay, you say it ain't right. Let me see what's up. Then it turns into something that you didn't see coming or didn't expect or even want to initiate.
And even when I look back on it, man, being in the H, you hear all these stories about how Jay Prince do their artists and all of those stuff.
Right.
So me, basically, I can't speak for no other artists that been signed to Rap-A-Lot. No, but when you listen to even UGK with Jive, just the industry, period.
Right.
But my perspective on it is, like I always break down the dudes, is like, I never be messed up in no shape, form, or fashion about just the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because what I explain to people is, once you got to understand a bit, it ain't like now.
Yeah.
Back then, say for instance, I'm somebody with, with bread to invest in K Reno.
Right.
K Reno at this time, man, you probably a project baby or whatever.
Yeah.
Once I initially, during them era, you really had to have bread.
Right.
So if I take 300,000-400,000 of my bread and invest it in the K Reno, if you don't sell one copy,
who lose?
Yeah.
I take a whole $3,000-4,000 loss.
Yeah.
But K Reno still on BET, on MTV, on 97.9.
Yeah.
And if I decide to drop you, you still got your brand.
You got a name.
Whatever it is what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
Even if some kind of way I done took the rights to your name.
Yeah.
And you got to rebrand yourself.
Yeah.
You have still got the platform and a chance to do enough to where now it's on you.
Yeah, right.
They say that all the time.
No, I say it all the time
Yeah.
because in a good situation that goes bad, or in a situation that was bad from the jump, if the worst case scenario is you come out of it with a name and people know who you are, you got a chance now.
Yeah.
You can easily say, well, hey, I'm still me. I may not be in this particular situation no more, but I'm still me. So you basically commending the label for still, hey, you still gave me something. Yeah. If I feel like you didn't do me right, you gave me a name that I can now generate for myself on my own now because the people know me. Yeah. So I say that all the time, man. And that's why learning the business is important too, because a lot of times, it's about what you negotiate. Yeah. And people can't expect 19, 18, 20, 12-year-old people to know how to come in, even to know how to get a representation. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about getting a lawyer or getting somebody or a manager to come in. I'm like, okay, I see this person, they doing good. Yeah. And to your point, yeah, a lot of people have said those things about Rap-A-Lot all my life, all since I've been hearing, man, Rap-A-Lot, they don't pay. But what I saw, and this is just me talking, what I always saw is that a lot of people that once they was off the label, they was never as big as they was when they was on the label. Yeah. And that's what I saw. So I mean, it's a lot that can be looked at and say, okay, this could have been better. But to your point, if you got that name, you can build for yourself. And then you learn from whatever experience you think might not have been in your favor. But that's just how I look at it.
And then like the initial mind frame, what people think is, because I see you on BET, I hear you on 97.9, because you with them, you instantly supposed to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
You instantly supposed to be doing it like this. But they not understanding that 400,000-500,000 that Jay Prince or whatever rapper label then invested into my career, I'm paying that back on a percentage basis.
Right.
Even if I go hit the lotto for $2-3 million, I can't bring back this label, this $3 million, and say, okay, we even.
Yeah.
That ain't how business works.
Right.
If I invest, who invest $2 million, whatever, into a person and say I want just my $3 million back?
Right.
That ain't, you can't do that nowhere. That ain't how America.
That ain't how the stock
I
market.
just about to say that's like
Nothing
stock.
works
Yeah.
like that, man.
You invest with the intention of making a profit on your investment. You know, you want a bigger return than what you initially invested. So yeah, I mean, I think that you know, we always had our own label. So I got a chance to get understanding of how that worked, you know, a little earlier as I was watching a lot of my homies that was on labels, and then things kind of got sour at certain points. But I was like, okay, I get it, because in my case, it was my dad who was funding everything. And my own daddy used to be like, hey, man, I'm putting in all this money, man. You know, we got to make something pop, like for real. So I had to separate him being my old man from him. This is the CEO of our label now. He want to make his money back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my dad. So I get it, man. But the learning process part of it, man, it's like, it's so important, because that's what gives you the opportunity to move forward and be successful. Because you know this for a fact too, we done seen this industry just mess a whole lot of people head up.
Yeah,
We done
crazy.
seen a lot of people die and go crazy behind the industry. So to still be here and just hearing all of, you know, the wisdom that's coming out your mouth now, it's like, you know, salute, bro.
Yeah.
Salute. Is it anything you would have did different? Just if you could go back, just looking at it now, just in those early days, would have been anything you would have said, okay, knowing this, I would have did this.
After that manager.
Yeah.
Not really, man, because the fact that, to me, all lessons I you know, go through, everything I go through in life, I feel like it's a purpose behind it.
Yeah.
So if I wouldn't have went through them things, it wouldn't, you know, molded me and made me who I am today, or made me have to learn and teach me what I need to know for the day.
Right.
So, you know, I accept all W's, you know, all L's, you know, in the same.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I'm grateful for everything, because the most thing that I'm grateful for is I'm still here,
Right.
still healthy, still relevant. And the things and the pitfalls and the loopholes that I had to navigate through, the pitfalls that I stumbled upon, the things that I can learn from. And when I acknowledge them, when I see them, other people, I can say, hey, look, through experience, this is what I went through. This is the way that went. So, hey, man, you might want to try this.
Yeah.
That's on you.
Yeah, man, yeah, because you certified OG now, man.
Yeah,
you know, it's indisputable. And the few times that I've been around you in recent, I notice people be glad to see him.
Yeah.
It's like, because the people remember.
Yeah.
So you can say, even if he's not around, like Blank just had an event last weekend, and then just before leading
out
up
OG
to it,
Point Blank.
yeah, no
Man,
question
love it.
about it, man, no question. And I saw on the flyer, and so Tulo. First thing I said, "Oh, Tulo gonna be there."
Yeah.
Now, when I repeated that, same thing. Oh, Tulo gonna be there?
Yeah.
It's like people really, really be glad to see you and glad to know that he's still around. He's still doing this thing, man. Do you get that? Do you feel that love in person when people see, like?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it's like, I look at it from a couple different angles.
Yeah.
You know, you have some people who has a type of success where people hate on you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people just hate on greatness.
Right.
But then with my success, it's like, I'm one of the ones that people look at and feel like, you know, the potential is there.
Yeah.
The genuine is there. The authenticness is there.
Right.
But I done seen him go through so much
Yeah.
to where just somebody I want to see win.
Yeah.
He deserved to win.
Yeah.
And you shine on one of the toughest albums. I mean, at that time, man, that face to face, face against the world, what it was called?
The World Is Yours.
The World Is Yours.
Yeah.
Man, that killed the streets. And you was killing that one, boy. So, man, we really wanted to check you out and see what you was up on that one, man.
And I remember when Funky Little Brother was on the radio and all that. I mean, it was popping, man. He was doing his thing. When you got incarcerated, what year was that when you got locked up and And how long did you do when you got locked up?
Outside of them little juvie bids.
Yeah, the first real deal. Yeah.
I was on that Latroy's, shout out Latroy.
Yeah.
That Sitting Fat Down South album. And right when we had came off tour, he had took a break to go sign that Universal deal. So that was like 9, 8, 9, 9. I think that's what started the dope incarceration.
Yeah.
So I did like a deuce on that.
Yeah.
But like from like 9, 8, 9, 9, I haven't been out a full 6 months till 24.
Right.
9-9.
Yeah. That's a nice little stretch. But what is the mindset now coming out compared to then? Like I ain't going, cause we off camera. I said, "What's been up to?" He said, "Oh man, trying to stay free."
Yeah, man. People like based on I guess the environment you're in, how you live or whatever. Staying free and staying alive.
Yeah.
For some people, man, is a real chore.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like it's real labor behind it.
Yeah, no question.
So it's like the mind frame now is like understanding that it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
So like back in 99 and all them years, I was really in a nothing to lose. It's all about me mentality. But now, I got a little girl, man. Shout out to little Princess Isla.
There you go.
I got, she 10. I got a little girl now who, looking at how the generations informed and the ways how the media and TV can have a more of an impact than what you instilling in your own seed.
Right.
It's like I can't afford to be not put my print on my seed how I needed to be.
Yeah.
So with all that being in mind, and then like paying my dues enough to like. It's like I was telling you earlier, K. Reno, was like the mindset I had at one point was get it all overnight.
Right.
But then when I see now, like the flips and stuff like that, that longevity, staying relevant, keeping yourself in position and not taking yourself out position, you can't lose. So it's like I don't have to have it all overnight.
Right.
It's like through media comments, through, being able to have the opportunity to be in these situations on your podcast talking to you is like, just, slow motion is no motion.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Just, you still relevant. You still doing you. You still got the love, man. You still got people that's counting on you and that you're important to. So all that other stuff, man, because it's like, I never get back where I done lost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's been a cycle of like jumping out, having the love that I have, running it up, and then just as fast as I run it up, having to shoot it all back to ain't no telling how many lawyers,
Right.
sons and daughters I done put through.
That's the thing. It's like a lot of the dope money ain't nothing but lawyer fees, future lawyer fees, and things of that nature. You build up all that change in order to simply use it just to try to stay out of prison.
That's a good perspective, right there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then to your point about longevity and getting it overnight, that's a beautiful lesson for young people to see in not just in music, in life. Just you can't get it overnight, whatever it is, but the accumulation over time of the things you build up, that's what pushes you forward into the future. That's what's going to always afford you to be able to eat, to be able to take care of your family, what you did this year, that year building up. We just don't know it at the time that we walking into that, man.
Yeah, because the first rule, like the first lesson you taught, man, before you get in the game, is knowing that the game is meant to be a stepping stone. It ain't meant to be.
Yeah, you can't make no career out of it.
Get in what you can get out of it. Know when to get out.
Yeah.
So it's just like setting a short term goal. Hey, look, man, if it's a white material or whatever that I need this much for, if I'm able to grind and take these risks for that, once I reach that, have a type of discipline and say, all right, I done reached my goal. Now I'm finna focus on this.
Yeah,
what we'll do is we'll get greedy. We'll take an L here and do something drastic, to try to make up for that L again, and then the ultimate slip up comes.
Yeah.
Once you're behind the bars and out the way.
Yeah, break that rule. They broke that rule, and then in the 90s, man. So you talking about? See, that's the crime bill era. That's when they was really just burying black men for just
Jim Crow.
the slightest little drug offenses, man. So that was the time you was getting caught up at the time where it was like the worst time to get
caught up.
Yeah, they giving you time for nothing, man. But that's all these points that you're making now. You ever thought about writing a book?
I wrote a couple in there.
Yeah.
So it was like You know what I mean? And the way that I wanted the spin I wanted to give on it is like, because I like a lot of them dudes down there, they big on urban novels.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't, I don't knock, I knock it, but I don't knock
Yeah.
it. You know, it's entertainment, it's, whatever, but I can't stand them.
Right.
But the spin I wanted to give on it is like a urban novel feel, but with real reality.
Reality.
Yeah.
So it's just like, even with my music, I don't care how much you hear me talk about slanging this, popping this. By me living and being involved on and knowing both sides of the game, I'm giving it both to you.
Right.
You can slang this, you can pop this, you can do all that.
Right.
You could ball 2 years like Nietzsche and forever.
Yeah.
But when it come time to take that lick,
Yeah.
are you gonna?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to say, man, I know I got that beautiful wife and the kids in the world, and I know that I can get this 30 down to 10 if I snitch and tell on what's the name? Am I gonna be able to not do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am I gonna be able to understand somebody running my house and because of what I'm doing cause my sister or my mama or somebody to get killed?
Right.
I'm gonna be able to stomach that.
Right.
All that.
Right.
Like everything that comes with the game. So it's no glorifying one part or making one part, highlighting one part, not the next.
Yeah.
It's the whole reality. So.
They're just bringing a full perspective to every side of it. Yeah, because people gonna do, as long as this structure exists the way it is, it's gonna always be people who stay solid.
Yep.
It's always gonna be people who snitch and tell and anything in between. Every ad, because there's too many people in the world for somebody not to fall into one of them categories. But what you saying is like, hey, you make sure whatever you stand on, that's what better be what you be ready for what come behind what you stand on. Yeah.
Yeah, and what the game to show now is
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
the rules ain't even no purpose for no referees.
Oh yeah, them boys out there calling their own fouls. They took 5 steps and say he ain't trapped. Yeah, just metaphorically. Yeah.
It's a lawless society.
Yeah.
So it's like when I be thinking about like religion and then the rules that humans then came up with to instill on us, it's put in place to make like society law, put law in society.
Yeah.
But it's a lawless society.
Right.
Game rules don't matter. Game rules don't matter. Religion rules don't
Yeah.
matter. We freestyling.
No honor among nobody.
Yeah.
Not just thieves. Yeah.
Cause you come up in a time where we stood on stuff.
Yeah, we stood
but now
man.
now it ain't nothing like that. That's another thing I wanted to ask you. Once you got back home, what was the biggest thing you seen that was like, what is the hell going on out here?
That's a great question.
The biggest thing I realized is I don't believe in the my mentality and that motto, can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
That don't apply with me.
Right.
I'm not joining nothing
Right.
that if they don't, I don't care. So
Yeah, TikToking.
nah, so if it's 85% like jacking going on and robbing going on and like I don't knock no hustles. What you do, get it how you live. But I don't do none of that.
Right.
Never done it, don't condone it. So if that's what's going on, if I'm a D-boy and I'm only meeting like the 5% of and the other 95% is all that there, then that ain't for me no more.
Right.
Hey, y'all got it, man. I'm jumping behind me.
Yeah, that's called being a leader.
Hey man, y'all got it, man.
Right. That's just being a leader. Too many of us follow bad leadership, and we follow behind people who make bad decisions. And a person who make bad decisions don't have no problem including other people into the bad decision making process. So it's like, okay, we gonna all go down together. It's like, nah, man, do what you do and take your lick.
And see, it's easy for me to understand like the youth and the mentality of the youth, because even when I was that age, like if you wasn't pulling up in the Benz with the big jury or had a certain name, the same message that you wanted to give me, a dude in some slacks in a town could try to give me in the Metro Square.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I fall on deaf ears.
Right.
So it's like I understand, like, people respect certain messengers and want the message to come from certain sources. But people have to understand the message is the message. The law, the rule, good game is good game.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's from a bum or it's from
Come
a
on,
player.
man.
They always say,
Come on,
they
man.
always say, it doesn't matter the messenger. Did you get the message?
Yeah, who more qualified to tell you that you shouldn't smoke crack? A crackhead. If he trying to tell you, boy, don't do what I'm doing.
Hey, I want all my game.
Yeah.
I want to know not how to get there.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's absolutely the fact. The legend Tulo is in the building with us, man. Dropping these seeds, dropping these jewels. So now, in the present, in 2024, moving into 2025, I was so glad and proud to see that you hit the ground running and back doing shows, back doing music. You working on new music right now?
Yeah. You know, my work ethic, I ain't gonna lie, real trash.
Yeah.
I believe in, you know, quality over quantity.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever I get it, like I be listening to a lot of music, a lot of stuff that's on radio, a lot of stuff that be blowing up. And I always be telling myself like, man, I have to learn to start like having fun with music. Like just being able to just to be in a comfortable place with music. But I take my message and my craft so serious to where it's like a handful of people that I have in my mind to whenever I go to writing, I'm battling.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
it's like, and I got a confession to make, man. Like, I've been doing a lot of podcasts and stuff, man. But like, this is actually one of the podcasts I was really intimidated to go on.
Man, why? We ain't nobody.
K Reno is super deep.
Oh man.
Super knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't remember boy name. What's his name? Tawai Kawi or something.
From here?
Nah, he not from
Yeah.
like Common Sense and
Oh, he talking about
Talib Kweli.
so it's like
Yeah.
I used to, even down there I used to always tell people like sometimes your songs used to come on the underground station there.
Probably was KPFT, Damage Control. Yeah.
And I used to be like, man, it's crazy how like lyrically can't nobody miss with
Yeah. We know that.
Can't nobody miss with K Reno lyrically.
Yeah.
But it's like for some reason the way the machine has programmed what they want to get, because K Reno got a message.
Yeah.
He gonna wake you up. He gonna have you always too much knowledge.
Yeah.
Like the Tupacs and stuff. So it's like they gonna try to blackball and keep that hid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just booty shaking, wet thongs.
Yeah.
You know, mess with the same gender and all that.
Yeah, the gay agenda.
We gonna promote
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We gonna make that stay on TV and all that. So it's like, man, but it's like you have to try to find a way to. So it's like really now.
Yeah.
I don't even do music with the mind state of hoping that it sells, blow up or nothing. I listen to it.
Yeah.
The real ones and the people that's on this.
Right.
If it's just 5 or 10 people, hey,
Man, no, it's way more real than
Yeah, I was
that.
about to say.
And bro, look, man, you know, we here for your story.
Yeah.
We here to be taught and educated by you, and that's all you've been doing so far in this conversation, man. You know, we sit up and we talk what we talk about, and people agree and disagree. We do that all the time on this show.
Yeah.
So I just know the uniqueness of every individual, and your story is one. See, while you was talking a minute ago, I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking in my mind. I said, man, Tulo would be a monster speaking at school.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's all I'm thinking about. Why you talking like, man, if these young people was able to see, man, if that's something that you was ever down to do, I love to pull you in when the times we go to these schools, man, and talk to these, because your story would be like something that would really, I think they would identify with, you know, because like even, you know, a dude like me, I'm born and raised in South Park, born and raised in Dead End, came up, but I ain't never been through the things you've been through. I ain't never had to do no time and all that. The industry done put hands on me before, of course, like all the rest of us, but your story, I believe, would be so compelling to young people as an example. Like, man, this dude did this, started at an early age, did this, out, back on his feet, still standing strong, as you said.
Yeah.
If you ever down to get in that space, bro, I'd love to plug you in, man.
I'm down for it, man. Cause just like last night, me and Doughboy Sauce was talking. I'm gonna go his little league team. They you know, they got a game over there, man, at Hot Tower High School.
Yeah.
Y'all like little league football and the youth. Y'all show up and support, man.
We like that Mo City right there.
So, but like he was explaining, he was like, man, it's like the feeling behind like being able to mold, talk to, and have kids at that level.
Yeah.
Like be able to look up to you and you were stealing in what you were stealing in and like, hey man, look, have vision.
Yeah.
You hit that hole, if it's closed, dump the outside.
Yeah.
And then if they do it and be like, and then once you relate to them on a level that you're able to relate to them, you can also implement life in the same aspect. And they feel you and understand you, man. So it's like sometimes, even if you preaching to the masses, they say, you know, you might not can't say everybody, but if you can just get one person,
no doubt. No doubt.
They used to
He
say
did the job.
you can't save everybody, but you can save somebody.
Somebody.
You know, and the funny thing about what you was just saying about the coaches, when we was growing up, not too many people might have had dads in the house, but those coaches was just like our dad, cause they'll hem you up, they'll cuss you out, but
Yeah.
you know they did it with love,
Yeah.
and then they was proud of you.
You knew what they on.
Yeah, and then they were proud of you though once you perform real good and stuff like that. So they gave you that thing that you might have been missing back in the day.
Yeah.
That's why I always think like the wood shop teacher and the coaches was always those kind of people that stood in the gap.
Yeah.
And sometimes
Good
we
in the
realize
morning.
it later on. Because I be looking at both sides. It's like you have people like myself who, it's like a lot of people say, if I knew what I knew now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't did whatever then. But it's like some people, we had that knowledge then, but it ain't what you know, it's what you apply.
Ooh, come on, man.
So you have some people who don't even have to go through all that because not only do they know, they applying the things to not go through that.
Yeah.
So it kind of even make you even more crazy than because you know this, but you ain't applying it. And you going through these things.
Like, what the hell is wrong with you? You know better. You know
better.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, it ain't what you know, it's what you apply, man.
I like that.
And that, see, that's the difference between knowledge and wisdom.
That's a
You know,
t-shirt. right
knowledge is information, wisdom is application. So that's basically the same thing,
Yeah.
man. But to your point, you know, a lot of us think we smarter than get the screen. A lot of us think we smarter than everybody when we younger, even when we older. It's like, okay, yeah, I seen that happened to him, but he ain't do it right. I'm gonna do it. And then you end up getting jammed up the same way. You're not sitting right next to him. So, and we just ignore because our own personal wants and what we want to supersedes logic. It takes over like, okay, I'm gonna do this because it's what I want to do, not focusing on what you need to do or what you should.
Yeah, like on a lighter note, like I'm an addict with betting on college sports.
Yeah.
Like football and stuff.
Right.
So it's like I already know don't go against Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's instilled. No, bet. Don't bet.
It's like Brady back in the day. Don't bet against.
Don't bet with or against Texas teams. Don't bet against Brady. Don't bet against Mahomes.
Yeah.
But to be the smartest guy in the room, I'm gonna go against Brady.
Right.
And then they want to fight you when it's over.
Yeah.
Be like, man, man, what made you go? Man, not my favorite.
Well, now he on the road this week, so they done won 8 straight.
Yeah.
He due for a loss.
Yeah.
They badly won last week.
receiver hurt.
Gonna take us in.
Yeah, man.
His main receiver hurt.
Yeah, right. Cool, still win.
Still win.
Hit that tight end all game.
But that's also the sign of a visionary too, because in your mind, like you're going against conventional wisdom, as they call. If you hit, then we done did something. You know, that's like people in Vegas. They betting on underdog. They betting on
Long shot.
Long shots, yeah.
If what's the guy that
Gallery
Tyson
Furniture
beat the hell out of years ago? He fought Joe Frazier's son, Marvis Frazier, and Mike knocked him out in like 20-something seconds. Now, I'm sure somebody picked Marvis Frazier just because I'm gonna put 5,000 on Marvis Frazier because if he win, I'm gonna make $500,000.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset, you know. So, but I get it though, because the greats gonna burn you. The greats gonna make you pay. You know. So it's like I ain't.
They do that with Floyd.
It was the same thing. Because at some point you just feel like
He got to lose.
somebody got to. You got to. You know. Then you look at all the variables, and then all of a sudden it's like, got me again. Like I knew.
Well, that's what they say, man. You know, chances make champions.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like sometimes when we be looking at them post game shows, when the coach, everybody be wanting the coach to get fired because that 4th and 2 that he went for, or that field goal he took instead of going for, when he don't get it,
Right.
you the enemy.
Everybody genius when the plan works.
Everybody genius.
When the plan don't work, you stupid as yeah, you got to go. You out of here. Fire this fool. You know. But no, the world is. Success is based on just having a no risk, no reward mentality.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing because that's what we apply to
the
music.
risk that they don't see.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
They ain't in the gym with you.
Right. Come on now. Come
All
on
they
now.
seeing you doing is
Performing, yeah.
Right.
performing.
And those that did pop out and was successful, you don't know the L's that they took to get to that point.
Yeah, the dedication and the discipline.
Yeah, right.
Eating healthy.
Come on,
the
man.
running.
Working out 8-9 hours.
Come on, man.
Refraining from sex.
Yeah,
Like all the stuff.
we ain't going to the club tonight.
All of that.
Right. Now, greatness is something that's not an accident. You know, talent is God given, but if you don't hone the talent, if you don't sharpen it, then it's gonna dull out. So you got to have it in your mind, and okay, man, God gave me this. Let me accelerate the greatness of it to make it greater with, so I can max out. You know, wasted talent, man, is one of the saddest things in the universe, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like I tell a lot of people like on the funny side, comedian side, it'd be like already with it being understood, everything written the cards and deal.
Yeah.
Like what's for you is gonna be for you.
Come on.
Regardless.
Come on now.
So it's like I know for sure it's been times Brady, LeBron, MJ, Kobe, that woke up and sat at the edge of their bed and was like, not the question, whoever they believe in, but like, why me?
Right.
What made it to where at the end of the day, no gang was able to get me, no woman was able to get my way, no nothing.
Right.
At the end of the day, regardless of anything, man, I was in a no-lose situation forever.
Yeah.
And then what's crazy about it is like, these people was like one of a kind.
Yeah.
No matter how many generations have passed, you only get one Jordan, one Kobe, one LeBron. But think about the Olympics.
Right.
You got everybody training, discipline, and doing everything that they do at the end of the day to meet up every 4 years for this event.
Yeah.
But here it is. Can't nobody beat Bo.
Come on, man.
Can't nobody beat Phelps.
Right.
Like
right.
you just it's like what the hell
Right.
going on?
Right.
What prayers they say?
Yeah.
Brady man, look, Brady ain't got no kind of scrambling, no type of speed. He gonna stay in one spot in his pocket.
And people that and
then everybody trying to say it's Belichick. Okay, now Brady gone, man. Belichick
that
ain't
losing.
won games.
Yeah, like crazy.
Brady went to Tampa Bay and took Winston the whole team, man.
Yeah.
So Super Bowl on his own, man.
Belichick the one you bet on. You bet against.
Nah, he said, what prayers did they say?
Yeah.
Like, I need to get that pamphlet. It's this one. I never heard it. I mean, but it's. I think you got to make a decision at some point, hopefully early as possible, to just prioritize greatness.
Yeah.
So when whatever you prioritize, that's gonna become number one in your life. So if you decide to yourself, like just like you said a minute ago, I ain't finna worry about these women. I ain't finna worry about getting high. I have a singular focus.
Yeah.
And that singular focus, even though we could say, well, man, it might not be the best thing down the line, but if you achieve that focus, that goal, all that other crap you wanted, you gonna get it anyway. If that's what you want.
It comes with
it comes with it.
Yeah.
But to try to get it on the way there is gonna deter you from getting it.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of us fall in love on the way with the distractions. You know, it's like we okay, I'm doing good. I've been training every day. I'm practicing. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, who was that? You know, what? You know, so it's all, right. And all those things come later, man. So that's some great game, man. That's life game. That's life game. We use the sports analogies, but those are principles of life that have to be applied. You got to have a singular focus, bro.
You have to have a formula, man.
Yeah.
You have to have a formula and stick to it, man.
Yeah. And it's one step. Like I say, you just decide, this is what I want to do. And a lot of times we wait until we in a position of desperation before we decide to lock in.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, now you in the grease. Now I want to lock in and say, I'm gonna do this. Well, you could have did that in the beginning. Easy said and done, but you know that's how you do it, man.
Yeah. Because once you get in that position, you make drastic decisions, drastic choices. You react a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
You under pressure.
Right.
Hail Mary.
Go Hail Marys.
Yeah, trying to throw it here. Right.
First and 10, man, with a full clock,
Yeah,
man.
you just throw it.
Hey, get a pick six on.
That's why they launched the ball on the 25-yard line in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But no, that's good game, man. So you did the D-Boy Chronicles a few years back. Was that something you put out on your own, or was like like you was still working with anybody.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I put that out on my own.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's one of the most, you know, sport. Of course, I'm gonna say it, but I really feel like that's one of the, you know, most slept on and unappreciated. You know,
Yeah.
albums, you know, when I go back and listen to it, but it also helped me understand, like, once again, how we were speaking on, like, them labels that invest in you,
Yeah.
and what they're able to do with the avenues and having that machine behind you,
Yeah.
based on being on your own.
Yeah.
Because when I'm dropped it, I'm like, you know, I got the name, you know, I got the support or whatever. So, but then when I'm putting it out there, just trying to like post certain things and get it out these certain ways, it's like without the major platforms and stations and all that, it was like, dang.
Yeah.
So it's like I now I truly know the like the hustle and bustle and all that behind the industry and the game, to where like if you really want it, you want to get out there, man. Like you have to match everybody's hunger and grind and hustle, because it's like it's people out there, man, who really, 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 really want it.
Yeah.
So it's a humbling experience, because it's like, forget how many stages and theaters and stuff I done rock with this many people.
Yeah.
Like it's a humbling experience, because it's like now this is what you're doing. This is the craft. This is what you're investing in, man. You know, even if you gotta go do the little local shows in front of 10, 50,
Come on,
20
man.
people.
Yeah.
Hey man, get out there.
Come on, man. Absolutely.
Do what you do,
Absolutely.
man. Reach the people that support you and is down for you, man, and you know, do it.
Nowadays, them the 10, 20 shows, everybody recording it. So you ain't really just doing 10 to 20 people.
Yeah.
They shooting that
And
out.
and a lot of times they there for you.
Yeah.
It's like that means more. See, it's like you gonna get down on all stages that you able to get down on, but sometimes you can perform in front of 400-500 people, but that might not even be your show.
Yeah.
They came to see this guy, but you know, you do this one little blast and like you say, 25, 30, but they there to see you. Hey man, I love who love me.
Yeah.
And I want and I'm gonna show so much appreciation to those who are there.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for being here. I can't cry about not here.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna take away the energy and love from y'all who did take the time to come. Did you kind of like, was that like a wake up call? Because ever since when my dad pulled out and said, man, you do it, it's on you now. I've been the artist and the label.
Yeah.
So when you went into that mode where you was artist and label, was that kind of like a wake up call? Like, okay, I see what it is, and how difficult was it to wear, or is it to wear both them hats?
The difficulty come in and me realizing and understanding that my passion for rap and the rap game and all that, it's like I said from the jump, never had it, and honestly still don't have it. But the fact that in my mind, I realized, man, that, you know, a higher power has blessed me with something that's bigger than me.
Yeah.
And you have blessed me in a way with something to where if you don't utilize it, if you don't do something legal I'm cool with you doing that.
Right.
I'm gonna whoop you every time, because look what I blessed you with.
Come on, man.
Look what I gave you.
Come
This
on.
ain't nothing you asked for.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing you wanted for.
Right.
And at the level that I gave it to you.
Oh,
So it's like having that and understanding that is like, it's only right, man, in a sane mind to utilize it in a way that it's supposed to be utilized.
Man.
So, you know, to answer your question, it's like, okay, understanding now, wearing both hats, everything that has to be go in with it, because like I say, with like my anti-socialist and stuff, it's like I meet a bunch of, you know, everybody, and it's a mutual respect.
Right.
But I ain't never like emailing songs, asking for features, caring about features.
Yeah.
You know, I get inbox shows all day, and I just be like, you know, hey man, you know.
Right.
But it's like, that's not what it takes to get and achieve what it is that I need to achieve and do with this. So it's like, once I implement all that, it's like, all right, man, this is, if you gonna choose this lane, this is what comes with it. Treat it just like you treat what you do love and have passion for.
Yeah, no doubt.
Have you been doing that yet?
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's honest, man. Really to get, man. And then, you know, I think too, sometimes you kind of come into the understanding that we are obligated to deliver the message. See, because now, in all the years that have passed, you got such a story, man. It's no way that your story is not gonna help somebody when they know it. And like Keisto was saying earlier, yeah, you ain't gonna get everybody, but we come from the era of passing out flyers.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pass out all these flyers at the club, 40 people gonna throw them on the ground, 30 more gonna say, nah, I'm good, I don't want one.
Yeah.
100 gonna take it and just kind of just put in their pocket or whatever. But 5 or 10 of them gonna say, I'm gonna go check that out. But you done had out 800 of them.
Yeah.
So it's a numbers game, you know what I'm saying? So the more people hear, the better chance you got of pulling somebody in, And I think that your legacy needs to be honed in on and locked in on, because when we are underground like that,
Yeah.
and it ain't no machine that's gonna power us up and tell our story, I don't think it's no shame in us telling our own story, bro.
No.
And we help each other do that.
Yeah.
Most
definitely, especially with platforms like these and opportunities like these. And like another flaw of mine, man, is like I know that everybody walk in faith. Faith is different.
Yeah.
So
Right.
So what's going on with you? I that ain't me.
Right.
But I still allow myself to get deteriorated by certain things. Like, say for instance, like as hard as you is, as hard as Killer Corleone is, like Smurfzilla and them. It's like it's certain artists that I feel like nobody in the industry is harder than when it comes to music and rapping, but they not reaching the levels of success in my eyes to where it's like all the stuff that's on the billboard and getting, taken off is like, how can y'all sleep on this?
Right.
And it's like, if y'all sleeping on this, then, but I also know that, hey man, everybody's fate is different.
Yeah, and the system is flawed.
That's what I'm about to say.
It's like, because you said that earlier. Yeah, just because you bring up a dude like Killer Corleone, we always be like, this dude here supposed to be way up. You know what I'm saying? It's almost criminal. But it's a flaw in the system that the realer it is, the more suppressed it is, because
it's always been that way.
Right, always.
Even though in the Ghetto Boys and them heyday,
the
street militaries and stuff.
Come on,
they
man. Come on, man.
They had it.
Come on, man. Exactly. Could have been that same level. Yeah. No question.
But a lot of times when it comes to that system, if you ain't in the line of support where they trying to push, then you get pushed to the side. If you ain't in there talking dumb shit, trying to get these kids on drugs, trying to get them to shoot each other, trying to put these women out, you ain't what they talking about. They ain't trying to live for you right now.
So the powers that be, the people that hold the keys, like that's why I say I'm not one of the ones. If can't beat them, join them.
Right.
If Diddy was still free and I'm on the verge of success, and he give me a call saying attend this party so you can. Got it, bro. I miss that. I miss that, can I take your horse?
Exactly. We ain't going. I appreciate you, man, but we don't rock it like that down here in the H, bro.
Keep your baby on, man.
That ain't how we roll down here.
Said number 3, no, I ain't.
Yeah, you're right.
Got your order coming.
Catch up and napkins in the bag, so you have a good one.
We gonna walk this dog. We ain't gotta run
because your character and your integrity as a man and as a woman, should be first before any type of subjecting yourself to a lower version of yourself in order to get a so-called opportunity, man. It's not worth it. So you see all the regret and all of the embarrassment that's coming to people now who may have participated in that type of world, and it was against who they really was at the time, but they looking at the perks. They looking at, okay, well, I can get this, they looking at the condition they in now, and think that this my only way out. Nah, it ain't your only way out. You letting go of the rope too early. They say when you slip and tie a knot in the rope and hold on a little tighter, but but that's a strong point. Integrity and dignity, man, is becoming a lost art, not just in the music business, but in life, man. That being said, is it anybody you listen to today? Just in the newer artists, and anybody you rock with?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Killer Corleone.
Yeah.
Still Jam Flip.
Yeah.
I love how Lakiki, no matter how long he been in the game, he continue to seem like he grow.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And start looking younger.
Yeah, it's like he jam harder now than
Without a
you
doubt.
know what I mean. Then outside of the H, I jam ESTG a lot. No, I don't get too caught up in too much. But,
Yeah.
So it's like that, but
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's in because I struggle with that. Like if I hear somebody that's new and they dope, I'm gonna give it to them.
K-Rino play big again. You have to understand, like K-Rino is somebody like no matter even what I got.
Yeah.
I wouldn't come to K-Rino because like I know
Man,
no. Yeah, but I know K-Rino mind state, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's so knowledgeable and it's so like
It's like that.
yeah, it don't
see, but here's the thing though. See, it's like my view always have been. It's so many different types of knowledge.
Yeah.
See, you have a body of knowledge that I don't have, that I can't even comprehend. It's things that you've experienced and done that you can rap about that I couldn't. So that body of knowledge to me is no less important than whatever it is that I think I know. So, but the combination of the two is what will make it just dope. The contrast, because you gonna give them some. It's like having a plate of food. Okay, yeah, people that eat steak, they drop that big old steak on that plate. This steak is good, but you're not gonna go to a steakhouse and just get the steak. You want something with it. You want some mashed potatoes, some asparagus, whatever. So all these things play a role in making the meal itself a good meal. So I don't, I'm on what I'm on. She on what she on. He on, you on what you on. I think all of it is just as important as every other component of it, bro. That's just how I look at it, man.
Yeah. Open minded.
Yeah. I don't never exalt nothing. Because I learn every day, and I want to learn. It's a lot of times I look at stuff like, I was wrong about that, or no, man. Okay, and get taught by what people might view to be the most simplistic things, like, oh man, that was deep.
Yeah.
But on the surface, it seemed like, oh, he just said, no, y'all missed what he really said. Yeah. So now, bro, I mean,
like you ain't gonna piss on my leg.
Yeah.
It's raining.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. It's like, what you mean, man, that's deep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how life is though, bro.
But back to something you were saying before that, K-Rino, like, as addicted and crazy it is, like me personally, behind money.
Yeah.
How they say money can't buy you happiness.
Yeah.
I feel like something I can never believe in. But like based on like something you were just stating before, man, one of the worst things there is in life to do, not be able to live with yourself.
Come on, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Not
be looking at yourself in the mirror.
Man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
If you're able to do that at the end of the day and every day, man, and your integrity and everything, man, say, hey.
Be proud of the man you are.
And especially in this day and age where so much stuff is coming out,
Yeah.
And so now when that smoke clear, you got people who are shaking in their boots now, hoping that their name don't get mentioned in some stuff real soon. But you got another group of people that's like, I'm good. Y'all can see whatever. Y'all can pull out any camera.
Yeah.
Y'all can go to any foot. Y'all ain't gonna find me nowhere. They cool with it because they stood on what they stood on.
Yeah.
And they comfortable. So that's how you want to be. It ain't to say that people don't make mistakes. It ain't to say that people don't get caught up, but it's about what you allow yourself to get, how deep you got caught. Okay, too low, sold some dope and went to jail. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But hey, ain't nobody do that to me. Ain't nobody do this to me. I ain't never did that. I ain't never touch no little girl. I ain't never robbed no old lady. I ain't that's different levels of whatever it is.
That's why 50 Cent be so cocky and confident and
Yeah.
Trolling.
Right.
He be dying and waiting.
Yeah.
For Indians.
You can investigate for 90 years. Right. No doubt, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Well, man, too, give them your social media and anything you got going on. Let the people know.
Yeah.
Social media.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay,
Write it down.
I think IG, OG, number 2, LOW. I think Twitter is Dope Boy, number 2, LOW. I think Snapchat is Dope Boy, number 2, LOW. YouTube is OG #2 LOW. I think another YouTube is #2 LOW. Twitter is Dope Boy #2 LOW. All that stuff, man. You know, and if you can't find it in none of them things, man, just Google #2 LOW.
I was just about to say, you put in #2 LOW, the rest gonna fall in pocket, whatever platform you on, man.
Too low, yeah.
Straight up, man.
Do you still perform Funky Little Brother when you perform?
Nah.
Okay, good.
Hey, look.
Hey, I ain't never know.
Look, he
Bring it on, though.
He rocked there Bring It On the other night though. He sure rocked there Bring It On. Cause like you was saying, it's like just the beat in that circle, man. When you hear that song, the people that's on it, man, that's some legendary stuff, man. That's some legendary stuff, bro.
That voice stood out, bro.
Yeah.
Rhymes too. That's what I want to see on your YouTube. You dropping new videos and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot you every day.
Okay, yeah, let's check that out.
Well, your legacy is intact, bro, and it's not done. Keep putting bricks on the building, bro. You know, we're glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to have you here.
Yes, sir.
The great one, the one and only. Too Low, man. Y'all know what
man,
it
I
is.
appreciate you more than you know it,
Bro,
man. Me
man.
owning the support, man. Everybody that supported and tuned in, man. We appreciate y'all more than I know. We grateful.
Absolutely.
Man, look, I was always impressed by the artist, but I'm more impressed now by the man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. Indeed. Too Low, my brother. Underground Dialogue Podcast, man.
Yes,
When
sir.
the name speaks for itself, it's your big brother K Reno.
And it's your boy Keith Stove.
And we out, man. I got paper tonight.
Yeah, chug it. Yeah.
What's up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. And check this out, man. The Underground Dialogue Podcast is offering advertising opportunities, man. You can promote your business, you can promote your video, your song, whatever it is that you have, man. Reach out to us if you're interested in promoting on the Underground Dialogue Podcast. All you gotta do is email us at undergrounddialoguepodcast@gmail.com. Get it. What up, man? It's your big brother K Reno. I'm proud to announce that I'm a new brand ambassador to this new brand of clothing and shoes called Volas. Y'all make sure that y'all support this. It's already available. Houston-based company, straight out the A. Look at the quality of the packaging itself. We ain't even got to the shoes yet, man. And this is just one pair of shoes, one design. They got all kinds of dope designs of shoes that you guys can choose from. Go to volas.biz and find your order, find what you want. Wide selection to choose from, male and female items, and I'm proud to be a part of it, man. Community workers, versatile products, Volas, manufactured in Italy. Good quality this box, man. Y'all know what it is. Catch y'all later on. Peace.
Level legit clothes, so get used to people asking you, yo, where you get those? Say we wear Volas. We showing up. We wear Volas. Next brand blowing up. We wear Volas. Get yours tried on. We wear Volas. World when you got it on. We wear Volas. The slogan we go by. The streets to the streets, we accommodate both sides. So many fresh styles attracted to your eyes. So we gon' put them on and let the whole world know why. We wear